Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to deal with the subject Electrotechnology, Unit 8, Principle of Digital Logic System. With the logic, you have only two numbers to use. You have to use 0 and 1. 0 will mean off. It means minus. It also means low. While 1 will mean on, means plus, means the high. And these two numbers, we are going to refer to them as binary, which means 2. Now, before we do anything, we must know how to read in binaries, as we have been reading in decimal. E.g., for example, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or maybe we can take 4 out. Let's take 4 out and stop at 3. Now, we call this type of reading decimal. It's the reading that everyone knows. But when we get into what they call binary, you don't read by starting with a 3, 2, 1, 0. You read the same way you read as you read decimals. You start with 0, you come to 1, 2, and 3. But this is done with regards to your inputs on a second maybe. Let's see. We all know that 0 will be a 0. Let's say I have 2 inputs because it's a binary for now. I have A and B by 2 inputs. Now 1 will be a 0, 1. 2 will be a 1, 0. And 3 will be 1, 1. And I call this, or we call this binary in reading. How do we come to say that this is 2 and this is 3? Let's say we have a circuit of, or let's say we have this input as 1 and 2. It's a multiples of 2. 1 by 2 is 2. Alright. Now, we know that we don't have 0 here on our input. So this is our first reading, it's 0. On the second, which is second possibility, which is 1. Whenever we see a number that we need, we put a 1. For instance, we have 1. And we have 1 here on B. So we put a 1 here. So this is a 0 because we don't need this 2. In order for us to We go again to the inputs A and B. We say a 2. We put a 1. We don't need 1, so we put a 0. For us to have a 3, we need both inputs A and B, 2 and 1. So it is 1 on 2 and 1 on 1. 2 plus 1 is a 3. So 1 is a 3. Let's do it this way. Let's say it's a binary. It's a 1, 1, we say is equal to 3. Let's prove that. Let's prove that. Now we take this one, take it, put it here, multiply it by 2 to the power, the number that comes before it, which is 1. Then we add it plus, you take this one, put it here, multiply by 2. There's nothing behind this one, so it becomes a 0. Now this multiply by 2 to the power 1 is a 2. Plus this multiplied by 2 to the power of 0 is a 1. This will give us 3. That will give us 3. That is how we are going to read. We can have a number of inputs. We can have, let's say we can have A, B, and C. These are our inputs. These are our inputs. Remember I said that these are multiples of 2. So if I put a 1 here, I multiply by 2, I'll get a 2. 2 multiplied by 2, it's a 4. So that is what I have. Now, I want to read from 0 to where I can get. I have 3 inputs. I start at 0. I have 0, 0, 0. Remember I said that where I see the number that I want, I put a 1. From 0, I go to 1. Where is 1? 1 is here, so I can put a 1 here. I don't need 2, I don't need 4. From 1, I go to 2. Where is 2? 2 is here. I put a 1. I don't need 1, I don't need 4. Nextly, I will go to 3. This is 0, 1, 2. I will go to 3. In order for me to get a 3, I need a 2 and a 1. So it will be 1 here and 1 here. I don't need a 4. I don't need a 4. And then nextly, I will need a 4. For me to have a 4 is here. I don't need a 2, I don't need a 1. 5, I need a 4 and a 1. I don't need a 2. 6, I need a 4 and a 2. I don't need a 1. And then there is 7. 7 is 1, 1, 1 because I need a 4, a 2, and a 1. And this is a 4-bit. It's actually 8 possibilities. 8 possibilities. I have the first possibility, the second possibility, the third, the fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, and 8 possibilities. They actually call it an 8-bit. This one is called 4 possibilities. It's a 4-bit. It's a 4-bit. Now that you know how to read using the binary, From 0 to 7, it's an 8 bit. From 0 to 3, it's a 4 bit. The only difference is that here I have 2 inputs, here I have 3 inputs. Now, what makes us want to read 8 binaries? It is because we want to learn the gates, how the gates work, the logic gates work. The logic gates are switches that are used to switch on and off the circuits. The first one that we can deal with, let's start with a NOT gate. It is called a NOT gate simply because whatever you put in is not going to be what you get out. Practically inside an IC, it looks like this. It is a converter or inverter. If you give it an on, off, it gives you on. You put in on, it gives you off. So the truth table about this about a NOT is that you have only one input. This is the input, this is for output. You have A as the input, 0, 1. You give it a 0 in the input, it gives you 1 on the output, final output. You give it a 1, it gives you a 0. So it converts whatever you give it to it. That is how the NOT gate operates. If it's a switch, you press a switch, and then in the output you get an off. You open it, you get the light on the switch. Let's make something that is a little bit more practical. Let's deal with what they call an AND gate. An AND gate, it is switches that are connected in series in order to control the output, which can be a lamp or a light. If I have 2 switches in series, the first switch is my switch A, my second switch B, and then I have my output. Then I will have to go back and remember how to read on the binary and do the truth table. I have 2 inputs, it's A and B. I have A and B, that means I have 0, 0, that is the first possibility. The second possibility will be 0, 1. The third one will be 1, 0, and the last one will be a 1, 1. This means off, open, 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 closed, closed, open, closed, closed. I'm controlling the light. F. Now, if all switches are open, current won't flow towards this light, and this light will be off, which is practically a 0. If I close B, current still won't get to the lamp and the light will be off, which is 0. I open this one, close this one, still I get an off. Only when all switches are closed, I will get an on, which is a 1. And that is how an AND gate operates. You can say that an AND gate is actually A by B. It's a multiplication of switches. If you multiply 0 by 0, you get 0, 0, 0, and a 1. Now, the last one that we need to do for today, let's try an OR gate. An OR gate An OR gate is switches that are connected in parallel to control a light. If we have to draw the circuit, it will look like this. We'll have a switch here, another one here, and then our light can be placed here. And then we have positive and negative. Then we have A and B. These are our inputs and this is our output. This is where we want to get the results. So I have A and B as output, and then F as the final output. I go again. Remember, this does not have to change because this is how you read. You start at 0, 1, 2, and 3. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this will be 3. Now 0, 0 means all switches. These switches are open, they are off. Will I get a current towards this lamp? No. Off. 0. If I close B, current goes in this direction and towards this lamp. Then I get on, which is a 1. I open B, close A, current goes in that direction towards this, and I get an on, and it's a 1. I close all the switches. It doesn't matter if I have 3 switches. If I close all of them, I will get on, which is a 1. So you can say that with an OR gate, it's A plus B. If you say it's 0 plus 0, you get a 0. But 0 plus 1, you get a 1. And due to time, this is where I want to stop today. We have to study 5 gates. And also, we need to know how to add the binaries. So already we have done the NOT, the AND, and the OR gate. We are left with how to combine the NOT and an AND to get a NAND gate. We combine this, which is a NOT gate, to an OR gate to get a NOR gate. Now let's refresh. From the beginning, 0 off minus low. 1 on plus high. From our primary level, we know how to read 0, 1, 2, 3. Today we are learning that we can actually use binary to read. It is 0, 0, 0, 1, which is a 1, 1, 0, which is a 2, 1, 1, which is 3, and we call it a 4-bit. 4 possibilities. 1, 2, 3, 4 possibilities. How do we achieve that? We say that we want to prove that 1, 1 with on the base of 2 equals 3. We say that we take the first 1, multiply it by 2 to the power, the number that comes after this 1, which is 1. We put it here. 1 multiplied by 2 to the power 1 is a 2. Then we take this 1, put it here, multiply by 2 to the power, there's nothing coming after this 1, it's a 0. We put a 0 here, it's a 1 equals 3. So this 1, 1 is a proof that it is equal to 3. Now we say that we can increase number of inputs. Here we had 2 inputs, here we are having 3 inputs. We say that let's make it a multiples of 2. It's 1 multiplied by 2 is a 2, 2 multiplied by 2 is a 4. And we have A, B, and C. Now we have to start at 0, it's 0, 0, 0. Wherever we see a number that we need, we put a 1. I need a 1. 1, I put it here because I need a 1. I need a 2. I put a 1 because I need a 2. I need a 3. 3 is going to be 2 and a 1. So I put a 1 here and a 1 here. I need a 4. 4 is here, I put a 1 here. The rest I don't need. I need a 5. In order for me to have a 5, I need 4 and 1. I don't need a 2. A 2, I put a 0 because I don't need it. For 6, I need 4 and 2. I put 1 on 4, 1 on 2 because I need these 2 to have a 6. I don't need a 1. So on 1, I put a 0. To have a 7, I need all of my inputs to be on, which is 1 on 4, 1 on 2, and 1 on 1. And it is an 8-bit, 8 possibilities. The gate, a converter, I put a 0, it gives me a 1. I put in a 1, it gives me a 0. And this is the truth table about this gate. An AND gate, I have 2 inputs on my AND gate. An AND gate is switches connected in series, as you can see. And we know that in series, current stays constant and it will move in one direction. If I open all these switches, then there won't be an on here. It will be off. That is why I have off, off, and off. If I close all of these switches, that is the only possibility I will get an on the left. With an OR gate, my switches are connected in parallel. That means should I make one of these switches on, then this will be on. Bye for today.